Yeah, yeah, I knew as soon as I hit it. I knew it was six, but look, it was a tough game, a tricky pitch, I think. So the partnership between the captain and Billings was really important for us. A bit lucky, I suppose, to get over the line with the last ball, but a good partnership by them too.
But just before the last ball, I mean, just before the last ball, in the penalty delivery, there's a chance of taking two.
Yeah, it was close. I probably could have got back for two. Would have been close, but then I was thinking it didn't make a difference really because we needed 7 to win. It wouldn't. If I'd not got back, we'd have still needed 6. So it wouldn't have made much difference in terms of what we needed off the last ball. So I was then tried to make the split decision that my partner had only just come in and faced one ball. I'd faced a few. It's a little bit of potluck. It could have been either of us, but I felt like I'd take responsibility and give it a chance, and thankfully it worked.
Folks, you have been through so many intense situations in the playing ground, but how do you rate the match you just finished with a 6? In where you place this moment in the wall of memories?
No, look, it's exciting. I think whenever you win a game of cricket with a 6 off the last ball, it's something which I've never done before. So I've been in that moment before where you have to try and hit for 6 and haven't been able to do it. So to get one over the line is something I'll remember. And obviously, with it being my first match in BPL as well for this team, makes it a little bit more special.
How do you rate if the ball you hit up to the cover? Cover is one of your strongest zones in the bat. Did you got the butterflies when you saw the ball in the cover zone?
No, you don't have time. You don't have time to think like that. I actually quite like the ball outside off stump. So, I was expecting a slower one. I was expecting a cutter. So I was set up for that. And then, when the ball comes quicker, you just react. And reactions took over.
How do you rate this pitch? Is it ideal for T20?
It depends. I mean, from a bowler's point of view, I'd love to bowl on that every day of the week. There was a little bit of movement with the new ball, a bit of bounce, a bit of carry. There was a bit of swing. So it was quite nice to bowl on. I don't think the batters would want to bat on that every day, but I think occasionally a game like that is good. You don't always want it to be 110 versus 110, but at the same time, there was a bit in it for everyone, a bit for the spin, a bit for the seam. And the guys that got in batted reasonably well. So you don't want to play on that pitch every time, but I think occasionally it's pretty good.
Okay. There is lots of ups and downs in this match, but during the last overs, you were almost in the non-strikers, almost on a ball over. What was your head at that time when you were at the non-strikers and runs are getting higher?
Well, to be honest, we got 2 off the first ball, and then we needed 7. And Moen's an experienced player. I was backing Moen to we were 1 hit away, and if there's anyone you want at the end to be 1 hit away, it would be Moen. He's a great 6 hitter, but the pitch was hard, and to be fair to Ashraf, he bowled a really good over. Was bowling real slow and cutters wide outside Moen's arc and bowled really well, and he was just struggling to hit them because they were bouncing and gripping. I was just trying to, in between balls, I was talking to Mo, just saying, keep trying to hit straight. We're 1 hit away, keep watching the ball, next one. That's sort of conversation. Unfortunately it didn't work, but as I said, if there was anyone I wanted at the end to be in that position, it would be Moen.
Yeah, yesterday's practice, you are showing mirrors to how to play the cutters, actually, with your seaming delivery and slower delivery. Can you elaborate the situation, what is going like?
In practice, is it? In practice, you're always talking to each other and trying to learn. I think, particularly for me, coming to these conditions, it's foreign. I'm not, I've played in Bangladesh many times with England, but coming here as an English player or a foreign player is always difficult to get used to conditions. So you try and soak up as much information from local players as to what works, what doesn't work, how to play certain deliveries, what deliveries work as a bowler. So, trying to just, even at my age, I'm getting towards the back end of my career, but you're always learning, always trying to develop. That's the conversations we've been having.
Okay. Chris, how do you assess Khalid Ahmed's bowling tonight?
Khalid Ahmed, I'm not going to lie, I'm awful with names. Which one is Khalid Ahmed?
Got 4 wickets.
Oh, sorry, the one over 4 for. Yeah, I've been here 3 days, so give me a little bit of respect. So yeah, very good. I know he's played Test cricket, and yeah, he looks like a promising player. He's obviously, you know, a very good seam bowler. In fact, he got 2 extremely big wickets at the top. Getting the opener and then getting Liton Das was 2 big wickets at the top. You know, it meant that we could squeeze, and they didn't get away from us at any point. You know, and I think he was actually a little bit unfortunate not to get 5 for. So, good bowler, still learning, obviously, but yeah, a lot of talent.
Chris, when Mo got out in the last over, what is going through your mind? I mean, do you think that your chances are gone?
I mean, when you do feel like a game is slipping away from you a little bit, but whenever you only need a hit, you know, whether it be 6 or 4 or whatever it is, I think I always try and put myself in the bowler's shoes, and you're always under pressure to defend the game and to win the game for your team, and it's always a tough moment to bowl 6 amazing deliveries, you know. So you try and put yourself in the bowler's shoes and realise that he's under pressure as well. So you felt like the game was slipping away, but the fact that we were always only 1 hit away gives you confidence.
After this kind of win, there's always a risk that the fulfillment or completion space in another team. So, but still you have 2 games left to win the trophy. So after if the completion plays in the team, so what would be necessary so that the team that don't feel that they have done everything also?
Yeah, I don't think you can ever be, you know, too confident, you know, and have too much complacency. I think you've got to be careful of that creeping in. Obviously, we've got another game now in 24 hours' time, which we'll have to get back, recover, you know, and find out who we're likely to be playing, and then look at their weaknesses, their strengths, where we can perform well. I think that's the most important thing in cricket, you know, regardless of the format. Once a game is gone, it's gone, and you know, everyone starts on 0 next game, whether it be batting or bowling. And you know, you've got to turn up the next day and put in another good performance. So that will be the message from the coaches and from the players, to just stay level, stay in the moment, focus on who we're playing next. This game's gone.
Chris, being a bowler, were you assuming that Fahim Ashraf will try the offside corridor, or he's trying wide Yorker to stop you from making a 6? Were you expecting he's going to land the ball in that area?
No, so I tried to think where I would bowl in that moment. You know, as a bowler, that's what you try and do. You try and think about where you would bowl. And generally, if you need 6 to win, a wide Yorker is a really good ball, because it's a hard ball to hit for 6. Obviously, you need to execute the delivery. But then also on that pitch, the slower ones were the hardest to hit. And for him, had bowled 5 slower balls, cutters. So I was expecting the cutter. I set for the cutter, and then when it was pace on, I just react.
Last question.
Who convinced you or who talked with you to come into the people? And did Moin have a part in it?
Yeah, Moin had a big part. Moin's been here a lot and played a lot, and then when I retired from international cricket, I wanted to experience some different leagues and different experiences, and this was one that I've never done before. So I was in comms with Moin, and Moin said that the team were keen for me to come. So yeah, we eventually got the deal done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.